Hello and welcome to Op Art with Analogous Colors. This week we're going to be looking at colors that are analogous, that are neighbors on the color wheel. The easy way to remember it is neighbors can be friends like Anne, Al, and Gus. So we're going to be organizing our colors into groups of three that are next to each other. Speaking of three, we're also going to be using triangles today. And for materials, you'll need something to color with, a pencil, a ruler, paper, and maybe a marker. So go ahead and collect your materials, pause and prepare, and then meet me back here when you're ready. All right, now that you've got everything, we're going to get a border started by putting a dot in each corner and connecting the dots. And you should be pretty familiar with this process because we've used it before in other projects. It should take about 3-4 minutes maybe. All right, now that we've got that, we're going to start in the middle, dead center of our paper, with a tiny little triangle. I'll go ahead and zoom in on mine so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to start with a very small triangle, and then I'm going to take one side of it and make it a little bit too long. Next, I'm going to start a new line from there that goes all the way to the corner and then just a little bit past. So I want to make my next line go to the corner and then past. You can kind of predict where that's going to be, put a little dot there, and then trace it back. Take your time with this. So get to the next corner, then go a little bit farther and draw your line. To the corner, a little bit farther, and draw your line. Now, as your lines get longer, you may realize, now I need to use my ruler. Just make sure that your ruler is lined up to that dot before you draw it. And if you make a mistake, that's okay. We're using a pencil, so we can erase our mistakes. That's fine. So we're going to continue with that process all the way around. If you're working with a full-size sheet of printer paper, this could take quite a long time. So if you want to cut it in half before you start the project, that would make it a little bit easier. Or you could use something smaller like an index card. Now when I have my pattern in, I'm going to trace my lines with a black marker. And that's going to help me hide any little mistakes and kind of make everything a little bit more clear. Now it's time to color with my first analogous color group. I'm going to use yellow, yellow-green, and regular green. And you can see I've left the middle of my shapes empty. So I'm going to start with my light color, and I'm going to leave the center of my spiral shape here empty or blank, white. And I'm going to color in the sides of my first spiral, first with yellow. I start with my lightest color in the middle. Yellow is the closest to white out of all of these. And fill it in pretty good. Not trying to color too hard here, just kind of a light coloring. Then I'm going to come in with my next color, yellow-green, and it's going to be my middle neighbor here, my middle friend. This would be Al, I guess, if we're talking about analogous colors, Anne, Al, and Gus. Al's going to come in the middle, and then Gus. My darkest color, it will be on the outside edge of this spiral shape. I fill in the gaps. You can see there, using those analogous colors gives some dimension or form to my spiral to make it look a little more 3D, a little bit more of an optical illusion. And in op art, using color can be a big difference in making the illusion work. All right, I feel pretty good about that one. I'm going to move on to my next color group, red, red-orange, and regular orange. So I'm going to start in the inner part with my lighter color, come in with my second lightest color, and then on the outside edge, my darkest color, that red. Alright, and then my last color group here, violet, blue violet, and regular blue. Now for this one, I actually probably could have put violet on the outside edge, but I wanted to see what it would be like if I put my darker color towards the middle, and it still looks pretty cool. So I've gone from this triangle pattern and added my analogous colors, and it's really made a big difference. Well, I hope you enjoyed that and you can see what a big difference using analogous colors can make in your op art. I hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.